master manifester, manifesting my reality, visualizing it, and bringing that vision closer and closer until I'm living that. I'm a master manifester. I've been manifesting my reality for years. I've been writing this way for years, and I'm loving it. If you're one of the chosen, then you're a manifester too.
It was very sad that I was dying. She was, affected by it. I watched all of this from the ceiling, down. The guy with the defibrillator pads also was hurting, that I was dying and kind of blaming himself or putting pressure on himself to save the day, kind of thing. And I was trying to talk to both of them, and they couldn't see me or hear me. And I wanted them to know that what I was experiencing was beautiful. There was nothing. I wasn't confused. I felt perfect. It was like being alive for the first time. It was very sad that I was dying. She was.
Discovered in Egypt in 1945, the Nag Hammadi Library is a collection of Gnostic texts that present a radically different view of reality than the canonical Bible. These texts describe a group of inorganic, non-physical beings called archons, from the Greek for rulers, who are said to have created the material world as a prison for the divine spark within humanity. They are described as being jealous, deceptive, and feeding off human fear and negative emotions. Gnostic scholar John Lash has famously interpreted these texts through an ancient astronaut lens, suggesting the Gnostics were not speaking in metaphor. He argues they were describing a genuine, parasitic, extra-dimensional alien intelligence that covertly manipulates human society. The archons are a form of psychic or astral alien that operates just outside our normal perception, influencing our thoughts and creating systems of control, dogmatic religion, politics, to keep us spiritually enslaved and harvest our emotional energy.
I feel bad right now. I really feel bad. I'm kind of confused. You see, I grew up on the Bible, Jesus Christ, church, Adam and Eve, Noah, But I agree with the Gnostics. Why do I agree with the Gnostics? Am I a bad guy? Sometimes I feel bad, but this is making a lot of sense. When I listen to what the Gnostics have to say, because it's always two sides of the story. When I listen to the Gnostic side, it makes a lot of sense. Sometimes I feel bad. Sometimes I feel bad for agreeing with the Gnostics, but I agree.
So let me get this shit straight. How the fuck you get somebody unalived, make them pay for the funeral, and then make a song about missing them with their wife, and then perform the motherfucking song dressed in all white and be dancing like a motherfucker? You gotta be a different type of motherfucking evil, dog.
That's what your dysfunctional family members will do to you. Yeah, your dysfunctional family members will set you up. Remember, the Bible say your enemies will be the people in your own home. Your brothers, your sister, your mother, your father, your cousins, and your uncle. Your dysfunctional family members. They'll set you up. They'll make you pay for the funeral with your insurance. They'll sit in the front row with your children. They'll cry. They'll sing. They'll dance. And they was behind it the whole damn time. I'm telling you, I know that he's talking about P. Diddy and Biggie, but I'm just bringing it home. You dig?
They promise you the world tomorrow to control you today. It's called future faking. Grand promises about trips, promotions, commitment, with zero intention of following through. It keeps you hoping and complying while they get what they want now. If they're always promising tomorrow, but never delivering today, you're being manipulated.
This is why I don't take people serious when they promise me stuff. Hey man, I got something for you. Next time I see you, I'm gonna give it to you. Then the next time you see them, they don't got it, but they got the more promises and the hopes of tomorrow. And if you dumb, then you would keep eating that. You would get full off of promises. That's like eating an air sandwich. Look, you don't owe me nothing. Every time we meet, your debt is clear, because if I'm expecting you to give me something and you never bring it and I keep expecting it, then you taking my energy. I'm out of here. Look, you don't owe me nothing. You don't owe me anything. When we meet today, the conversation we have, that is it. And once we separate, you don't owe me anything. I'm telling you, narcissists, they use this. This is a tool of the narcissist for them to promise you something, even something real small. When I was in the game, when I was selling weed, and I knew this person was a narcissist, if they wanted credit, I told them, no, I don't give out credit. I'm going to give it to you for free. You don't owe me anything. Because if I give it to them for credit and I'm expecting them to pay me, this is how they play me. Nobody don't owe me nothing. I'm not expecting anything from anybody. You understand what I'm saying? It's power in that.
In 1951, a dude walked into a bank in Denmark and convinced the cashier to hand over every dollar using just his voice. He hypnotized the bank teller without a weapon, without any threats of any kind. And in 2014, a car dealership manager handed over a brand new SUV to a man who just calmly told him to do it. And later on in an interview, the manager said it just felt like a dream. These people aren't using scripts. They use command of reality, but it does work. And influence isn't about the words themselves. It's about who you are and what you are when you say those words. When you command your own reality, other people fall into sync. And when you don't do that, they ignore you.
Let me tell you what he's talking about. Over at SR&BG, hashtag Wormwood 5000, I talk about tapping into the program. I tell you that the majority of people that you see are NPCs. They're running on programs. The other people you see are low vibers. They are also running on programs. And if you know what program they're running on, you can tap into that program. You have to understand that NPCs, they worship authority. So if you come to a car dealership and you get a car dealer and you show him that you have authority, I'm talking about a NPC. If you show this NPC car dealer at the car dealership that you are an authority, a higher authority than him and his boss and everybody in his existence, it's like you hypnotize them. You tapping into their program. Yes, once you figure out that a person is an NPC, you see what program they're running on, and then you tap into their program. And it's like they're hypnotized. They say, your wish is my command. That's what he's talking about. Analyze when people lie using Ray-Ban meta glasses. I have some Ray-Ban meta glasses. So this video is saying that when you put on a Ray-Ban meta glasses and you look at certain people, you can see them If they're lying, they look different. If they're lying, they look different. You could see it in the eyes. You know what? I believe that probably not with the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, probably with some other type of glasses. I have the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and it seems like it has a mind of its own. I'm going to make a whole nother video about that, and I'm going to put it over there on SR&BG, hashtag Wormwood 5000. I'm going to put it over there on how the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, it seems like it has an entity in it. I have some. How the AI, it seems like it's alive. You hear what I'm saying?
As an introvert, I don't like everybody. I don't want to be in everybody's face. I want to stay out the way. I want to mind my business. I don't want to go to your clubs. I don't want to go to your bars. I don't want to go to your lounges. Matter of fact, I can just stay to myself and don't talk for a day or two. I can be left alone for a week and still be good. I don't need nobody else's company. I'm cool. I got me. And if you like all of this, there's a podcast. This is the podcast, the Introvert Club Podcast. As an introvert,
the angels are on post for you because this is too much for you. God is looking and he's watching on your behalf. He's behind the scenes.
How to rewire negative thinking. There is a war happening inside your mind, a war between the thoughts that make you strong and the ones that seek to destroy you. Every day doubt whispers in your ear. Every failure, every setback, every insult lingers, growing.
How to rewire negative thinking. Look, the easiest way for me is to name it. If you name it, you can tame it. So when depression comes, I call it scary. I say, what do you want, scary? And depression tells me to stay in bed, and I say, no, scary. The last time I stayed in bed, I didn't accomplish anything. Scary? Tell me, scary. You see, I named the depressive thoughts scary. I named the thoughts of anxiety. I named that fearful. Scary and fearful. One lives in the past and one lives in a future that doesn't even exist yet. These are ghosts, ghost thoughts. How to rewire negative thinking. The easiest way for me is to name them. Name them because the majority of all of these negative thoughts are entities. And when you name them, you can tame them.
This person says their child was reincarnated and remembers so much that it was upsetting to him. Watch this and let me know what you think.
Since my child could talk, he told me that he was in a different body and he didn't understand why he was here in a different body, and proceeded to tell me his whole past life. And then when he had to go to kindergarten, he absolutely threw a absolute fit because he said, I've already gone to school. I'm not doing it again. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. He would ask me things at 3 and 4 years old. One time I remember he asked me, can I crack that egg with one hand in this body? Can I try it? I used to be able to do it in my old body. His little tiny hand, he went to go crack it. He did all the muscle motions right. His just hand was too little. We ended up homeschooling him because he said, I've already gone to school, and literally was super angry about it. When they told him, it's your job to go to school, he goes, I already had jobs.
Hold on. So he said that he already went to school. Did you ask him what is Pythagorean theorem? Did you ask him what's a squared plus b squared? Or did you just listen to him? Nah, man, I'm gonna skip this video because I need some proof. Even though I know that the babies that was born from 2020 up until now are special babies. I believe some of these babies are demonic babies. I believe some of these babies are COVID babies. But yes, the babies that's being born now are all genius. The babies that's being born now are the ancestors. But I still need some proof. I'm not going to skip it. Let me listen to a little bit more of her.
He was a cowboy in the Okeechobee, in Okeechobee, Florida. He used to cry about missing his horse. He used to ask if we could go find his horse, that it could be possible that he could still be alive because he was a younger horse. When he passed away, he lost his mother in a house fire. His dad was a real big jerk. He took over the farmland. He used to get real mad at the big gators that would take his calves. This was all at 4 years old. He had never been anywhere around any of that. So,
like I'm saying, at 4 years old, if he says, I don't want to go to school because I've already been to school, my next question would be, what's 2 times 8? And if he can't answer that, I'll put his ass back up in school. You see, if there's a reincarnated soul and it comes into a body and they say something like that, they say something like, I don't want to go to school because I've already been to school, and you ask them a question that you would ask a 10th grader and they answer that, then yeah, you would believe that. But for them to just say that and you to just believe it.
We just had this socialist sworn into the new Roman Empire, York. The imagery is insane. You got the royal arch for the astrological alignments, and you got the 12 steps for the 12 calendar days or the 12 hours on the clock, starting off the new year, Gregorian calendar, all occult ritualistics. We look into the symbols on the world stage. We just had this.
Evil people will do good deeds, but they're doing it with a purpose and a strategy behind it. You see, they want you to believe that they're a kind-hearted, genuine, solid motherfucker. They want you to believe that they have your best interests at heart so that they can get close enough to you to stab your ass in the motherfucking back. Be vigilant.
You will not accept anyone mistreating you. You are a beautiful woman.
Energy retention. Like I say, I always talk about SR, semen retention. But 2026, it's about energy retention. If they don't like you, separate. Don't give them no more attention. Don't give them no more energy, no more advice. We're not healing nobody that don't deserve it. If they're sick, then they can go somewhere else. They can go somewhere else to get healed, but not from us. Because this is energy retention. Chosen ones, you are beautiful. You are beautiful inside and out. Break the programs. Vibe high and separate from these parasitic vampires. Retain your energy and use your energy to vibe higher. Share your energy. Yes, share your energy with people that deserve it.
If someone is spying on you with a tiny device, here's how you find it. Top agents trust it. Cartels depend on it. A counter-surveillance weapon. Hidden mics, found. GPS trackers, lit up. Wi-Fi bugs, SIM cards, RF signals, all exposed in seconds. No signal escapes. No eyes stay hidden. There's a possibility that someone watching you.
Is this real? Because I want one. I want 5 of them. I think that we should all have one if it's real. Spy detector. Polocom.com. I'm going to check that out.
So forgiveness is the most powerful thing that you can express to somebody else, especially if this is somebody that has done you wrong. And the law of attraction is something that not enough people understand. The law of attraction basically states whatever you focus on, you manifest, you attract. So if you're focusing on toxic people, you're only going to attract more toxic people.
Somebody asked me, why don't I use my meta glasses to record my gang stalking? Why don't I use my meta glasses to record my gang stalking? Why? Because then I will be putting on my meta glasses and visualizing gang stalkers. And then I will bring them gang stalkers into my reality. I don't want to do that. I'm a master manifester. Yes, I have the meta glasses. Sometimes I walk around with the meta glasses on, but I never think about recording my gang stalking because I'm thinking about gang stalking. I'm visualizing gang stalking. To the person that wants me to record my gang stalking with meta glasses or a GoPro, tell me, how do I record the bad dreams? How do I record the emotions that just come out of nowhere? The V2K, the thoughts. How do I record the thoughts? You see, I don't even focus on the gang stalking. I don't even focus on negative people or negative things, because when you focus on negative things, you bring it closer and closer into your reality. Let me listen to this woman one more time.
So forgiveness is the most powerful thing that you can express to somebody else, especially if this is somebody that has done you wrong. And the law of attraction is something that not enough people understand. The law of attraction basically states whatever you focus on, you manifest, you attract.
Right here.
So if you're focusing on toxic people, you're only going to attract more toxic people.
Right.
So forgiveness.
Yo, this is Purina dog food. Watch what you feeding y'all pets, man. Crack open that food and look what's in it. Creepy crawlers, bro. All in the dog food, bro. And I bet y'all got this brand giving it to y'all dog. Then you gotta think about it. You sleeping around that dog. Guess what you getting? Creepy crawlers and you. Yeah. Oh yeah, then you got a whole big bag too.
Wow.
Yo, this is Purina dog food.
Educated empaths are far more dangerous than narcissists. They don't just understand energy, they absorb it. And because of this, they're highly calculated. They'll mirror, they'll listen, and most importantly, they'll position themselves where the energy is flowing. Narcissists are easy to spot. They're not as calculated. They just want all the attention. Educated empaths are moving behind the scenes, so we can't really tell, but they're sucking the energy out of everybody. Educated.
Let me ask you a deep question, but don't answer too fast. If tonight was the last time your name was ever spoken, who would notice? Let me ask you.
A lot of dudes who became police officers, they were very close to becoming criminals. They say when you look at the psychology of a good police officer, it's millimeter away from being a criminal. They like high dopamine.
Hold on. I'm going to rewind this. But first, let me say this. So this guy says that police officers are closely related to criminals. There is a thin line between enforcing the rules and breaking them. If you ever been to the county jail, especially the LA County Jail, and you seen the deputies, the sheriffs that run the jail, then you would know exactly what this guy is talking about. These sheriffs inside of the county jail, inside of the prisons and courts, they just as bad as the criminals, if not worse. How do you think all of the drugs and the cell phones get inside the prisons? It's just not prisoners sticking it up they booty.
A lot of dudes who became police officers, they were very close to becoming criminals. They say when you look at the psychology of a good police officer, it's millimeter away from being a criminal. They like high dopamine, they're bored, they like action, they like adventure, they don't mind confrontation. So that's why I said there's a fine line. A lot of dudes who
The universe don't give a damn about your morals. It only responds to frequency. And I know because most of us been taught and told that if we play nice, which by the way, nice means silly or foolish. Or if we don't show too much skin, we remain obedient and compliant, then life would bliss us. That's what a lot of people still walking around here believing today. Meanwhile, your ex-best friend that's real shady, she just got approved for a new apartment, but she done stole your man. She done stole your money. She done stole your time, well as your energy. You sitting there stuck because you like, hold on. I've been putting all the work in. I'm the one who been praying, who been meditating, who been grounded, been really getting my energy and my aura together, but she's the one who get approved. It seemed like her life is going great. I'll tell you the difference. You're vibing on guilt, but she's vibing on, I know I deserve it. Now, how you think the universe gonna show up? You gonna get everything that aligns you with that feeling of guilt. Her, she gonna get everything that she feels she deserves. Again, the universe does not reward morality. It only responds to energy. Only does it respond, it also mirrors energy. You could be the sweetest person in the world, but deep down inside, you still attracting chaos. Why? Because you don't believe you deserve peace. You could smudge your space. You could even chant affirmations till your damn throat dry. If your frequency underneath all that is fear, that's what's coming right back to you. That's why the dude who treat every woman like trash still got money. He believes he's supposed to have it. Meanwhile, you got you talking about, I don't want to ask for too much. And you don't think the universe hears that and responds to exactly that? You just got the bare minimum. That's what you feel you deserve. So the universe like, bet, I'm going to give you just enough then. Morals are man-made. Frequency is law. And this ain't about no religion. This is about resonance. You can never fake energy, and you can never smile your way out of self-doubt. Stop shrinking your shine just to look humble. Start matching the energy of what you said you want. Universe does not speak English, Chinese, nor French. It speaks vibration and frequency. You want love? Radiate safety. You want money? Radiate certainty. You want peace? Stop vibing on pity. Universe is not judging you. It's just copying you. The first step in all of this is being able to admit where you are. If you need help exploring any of this a little deeper, click the link in my bio and we can definitely figure it out together. Comments and
Let me tell you something it might sound bad, but let me use this as an example. The serial unaliver and the gangbanger. Both of them do the same thing. The gangbanger, I'm talking about the gangbanger that take people out. He take people out. This gangbanger probably took out more people than a serial unaliver. But let me tell you what's the difference. Let me tell you why a serial unaliver gets away with it for decades. A lot of serial unalivers get guilty when they get old, and that's when they get caught. But when they're doing their crime, a lot of them don't get caught. Why? Because they feel that the victims deserve it. They feel that the woman that's walking the streets selling herself deserve to get taken out. And the universe don't give them karma or anything. It just gives them more victims. Now, in the gangbanger, 9 times out of 10, he's just doing it for the gang. He's not a psychopath. And his conscience, it starts to eat him up. He starts to tell his homies. Some people don't agree with it. And he starts to think if he made the right decision, the wrong decision, and here comes the police. But the serial unaliver, the one who believes. I know this is a sick example, but it's true. This is exactly what she's talking about. I'm going to go to the next video. I hope you got that. I hope you're not a serial unaliver, because on New Earth, serial unalivers are going to get judged. I'm just giving you an example. SR&BG 2.0.
Why do humans treat exhaustion like a task they can reschedule?
They push tiredness forward, like it won't follow.
Fatigue doesn't wait. It accumulates. It's still there. Why do humans...
Out of my 44 years of living, this is the best advice that I can ever give you. The right person for you will always get better with time. The wrong person for you will always be exposed within time. And always remember, attention is not love, attachment is not connection, and bare minimum is definitely not effort.
This is a great representation of the fourth dimension. Watch this. Watch the spoon. This reminds me of the scene in The Matrix where that little girl bends the spoon in her hand using her mind.
No. In The Matrix, a little bald-headed white boy bent the spoon. Are you even human? Is this guy AI? I'm not talking about the melanated brother. I'm talking about the guy who just made the mistake of calling the little boy in The Matrix. That's one of the biggest scenes in The Matrix. And how the hell, hey, what if in his reality, it's a little girl? No. You know how they say right now we're living on different realities. What if on his reality, it's a little girl? In mine, it's a little white, bald-headed boy.
I read a quote that said, "The universe will never give you peace in something you were never meant to settle in." And that makes so much sense.
You think you're touching this, but you never do. At the smallest level, your atoms never touch. Electrons repel each other.
Everything you've ever felt was just invisible forces pushing back.
Step aside, ma'am.
Turn around. Get off school property. These are kids in here. You hear me? Get out of here.
We're conducting. No, you're not. Not today.
Somebody wrote in the comment section of this video, and they said, is this an AI video or is this real? To me, it looks like an AI video because I know how to spot AI videos. But the average person don't know how to spot AI videos. I'm telling you right now, they've been using AI videos for years. Before we even knew what AI was, they've been using it. AI have been writing songs. Some of the songs that you dance to, some of the songs that you made love to was wrote and sung and rapped by AIs. You know those movies? You ever wondered why Marvel can come out with movie after movie after movie after movie? Who's writing these movies? What about Rick and Morty? You know how deep they go? Could the human mind go as deep as Rick and Morty goes? I'm telling you right now, I feel that Rick and Morty is wrote by AI. I feel that this video is AI also.
No, I posted a video a few weeks ago that they had pink snow because they had a pink sky in Iowa, and now on the other side of the world, in Birmingham, they're having the same thing happen. So what's going on with the world? And why are we having these strange weather anomalies, or whatever you want to call it, happen? And can you imagine we're just in the beginning of 2026, so what else is going to happen? No, I posted...
Life looks fine, but you're exhausted. Burnout doesn't always come from chaos. Sometimes it comes from holding everything together for too long. Looking fine on the outside doesn't mean the system feels fine inside.
You see, when you're being gang stalked, you get exhausted mentally, physically, spiritually exhausted. And that's when they get you. You see, that's why I always have fun. I always laugh. I always do what I want to do without breaking the laws. I always eat. I always drink. I always feel merry. I always get my rest. I value my rest. If you're a TI out there, if you're being gang stalked, rest. Their mission is to wear out the saints, to get us exhausted. Because when you're tired, you can't think. You make decisions that'll put you in a penitentiary or the cemetery, man. Get a little rest. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting rest. I'm watching videos and I'm getting rest. All praises to the Most High. SR&BG Wormwood 5000.
And you, Billy Carson, you are one of these personalities who help to change the spirit of time. That's why for me it is a big honor to enlight this torch for you. And to give you this torch, it will enlight your being, your brain, your future. And you are the bringers of light for the rest of mankind.
Wow. Thank you, sir. I love it. Thank you.
Am I the only one who thinks Ouija boards are actually creepier once you know how they work? Because when I was a little kid going to church, we were told that Ouija boards could summon spirits and that you could easily accidentally summon a demon. And then I got a little bit older and realized they sell the things at Walmart and that the patent is owned by a toy company. And then you look up what's actually going on and they say, oh, it's just something called the idiometer phenomenon. Under the right circumstances, your subconscious mind can move your hands around and spell out messages with your conscious mind being totally unaware of it. And you say, oh, okay. Wait, what? And they say, well, if you've ever driven a car, you know how you can drive all the way home from work distracted the whole time by some problem that you're focusing on, and you don't actually have any memory of the drive itself? Even though driving is an incredibly complex task that requires you to process all kinds of information, you did it on autopilot. In other words, this very complicated life task did not require intervention from your conscious mind at all. In fact, your conscious mind isn't really needed for everyday tasks. It really just exists for some social functions. This guy summed it up very well. You are not the king of your brain. You are the creepy guy standing next to the king going, a most judicious choice, sire. I kind of wish...
So what you're looking at, family, is a light ship coming down from the sky. Now, this is the Hawaii Observatory, and it does appear to go into that volcano below. I say appear for educational entertainment purposes only, but the light ships is back. So what you're looking at, family, is a light ship coming down from the sky.
I've seen it before. I've seen it 100 times. Now everybody is about to see it. All praises to the Most High. Thank you to everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you in your situations. Peace.